First we have Superman's. What I'm trying to do is lift my chest and squeeze my glutes, preferably for a 3 count, breathing throughout the entire motion. I like to count out loud for this. There's 3 hand positions here, or arm positions. Straight, flush with the sides, Jesus pose, and arms straight ahead. What you don't want to do is curl the calves. Again, here are the arm positionings. Remember to breathe all the way through this motion. Swimmers. Chest flat against the ground. I'm going to raise the opposite leg and opposite arm, squeezing the glute and raising the shoulder, keeping my hips flat on the ground. You don't want to bank up on one hip or the other. Again, breathing nice and thoroughly through the motion. Squeeze the glute, raise the shoulder. Squeeze the glute, raise the shoulder. From this same position, propped up on my elbows, hips flat on the ground, squeeze the glute. These are prone leg raises. Again, not kicking with the calf, just squeezing the glute. Core stabilizers. Want to make sure you're seated, knees slightly bent. You can pick them up off the ground if you'd like, but you can also keep them down on the ground if you'd like to make it a little easier or you don't want to stabilize. So, with my back straight, you can use an additional weight, like Ike here. Keep the arms straight in front of the chest, twist. Twist to one side, twist to the other. Center. Again, keep the head in line with your spine. Twist the sternum, not just the hands. Breathing throughout the motion. Pause. Gonna get my legs straight as possible, and I'm just cross punching for as long as I can. Keep those legs nice and high and breathe with each punch. Personal favorite, slow bicycles. Both legs are off the ground. One knee up, one leg extended. And to a 5 count, I'm going to switch positions of each leg. Nice and smooth. Keep the feet low to the ground. Rowers, I want to start flat. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing my knees up to my chest and my chest up to my knees. Nice and explosively. Try not to use your head. Bring your heels towards your butt. Iso rows. I'm going to crunch my chest up towards my knees, and I'm going to bring my knees up to my chest. I can do this with bent legs, or I can bend and then extend, as here. Keep the arms straight and the head neutral. More explosively are V-ups. Try to keep the torso as straight as possible and the legs as straight as possible. Come up, touch the toes. Starfish crunches. Opposite arm, opposite leg. The goal is to cross over, not necessarily to touch. Cross. Breathe throughout the motion. Arms go over the head. Dog gets in the camera. Hip raises. Bring the heels towards the butt. Weight comfortably through the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Keep your belly button close to the spine, and breathe. Single leg hip raise. Bend one leg and pick it up and hip raise. Breathing nice and smooth. Keep the core tight. Nice and smooth throughout the motion. Controlled all the way through. Next up are Collines, or rowing bikes. You're going to snap up and bring your knee to your elbow. Snap. Sometimes your dog wants to play during an exercise video. Oblige him. He deserves it. Again, snap. 2. Quick bikes. Keep the legs up. Back flat against the ground. Elbow knee, elbow knee, elbow knee. And keep those feet and legs up off the ground. Nice and quick, breathing through. Aluminum crosses. The goal of this exercise is to twist your upper body while keeping your lower body as stable as possible. Hips facing forward. Keep your knees bent. Twist. Return to center. Twist. Return to center. As with most of these exercises, you can add weights with just light weights with your hands, and these can make an immense difference. Cross kick. I'm bringing, just like with my aluminum cross, my shoulders are nice and stiff, and I'm crossing and kicking. Cross, kick. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to touch your foot, but you want that cross and that upward kick. Alternating toe touch. Keep your chest nice and broad. I like to look up to the sky. It differs. Keep your knees bent and rotate through. Around the world. I like to pretend like I'm going to grab a big old beach ball. I'm going to grab it up off the ground. I'm going to bring it up to my right side, as far back over as I can, over to my left side and back, and then reverse it. Breathe all the way throughout this motion. Nice, steady breathing is key. Keep the knees bent. Otherwise, you're going to fall over like I almost do right here. Or I'm just trying to rearrange myself for a better camera view. Breathe nice and through the motion. And set. Finally, good mornings. Keep my lower body nice and braced, knees slightly bent. I'm going to bend forward from the hips. Keep my core nice and tight. Keep my back as straight as possible all the way through the motion and come up. Try not to extend the legs with each repetition, just bending from the hips.